And it's not like we didn't have that technology for quite a while. Honestly, my generation, Gen X, we made a lot of the technologies that people are using right now. I've been asking myself lately, why am I even doing this? Why am I making this YouTube channel? Is it something that is worth my time, my energy, and my effort? And I know I've always heard, or I've heard for a while, people saying one of the reasons why they make a YouTube channel is for legacy, is to chronicle the things that they've done and just have something that they can look back on and show it to their kids, show it to their family. Just remember the things that were happening in their life at the time they were happening. And I always thought that was kind of a rosy way of looking at it. Just something that you say because it sounds good. It's good for the algorithm. But the more that I've been looking back, the older that I've been getting, the more that I've actually been creating content, I realized that that's not just a reason to create content on YouTube. That is one of the biggest reasons to create content on YouTube. And I believe that's why a lot of us get into it. And we do it not necessarily knowing that, but it ends up being the case. Because I've done quite a few things over the course of my life. But being of a certain age, and I know you know what I mean, that we weren't always in the mindset of chronicling the things that we do as we do them. We were much more in the mindset of just, this is what I do, this is how I'm doing it. Even though that it's something that was probably worth taking a picture, taking a video. And it's not like we didn't have that technology for quite a while. Honestly, my generation, Gen X, we made a lot of the technologies that people are using right now. But we weren't really a document first. We were a live life first, document second. And now that I'm looking back, I don't regret that. But if I were able to have that information, that digital footprint about what I did, that would be amazing. Because I've been in the fire service for almost 30 years, 25 plus at least. And we had a saying, if you didn't write it down, it didn't happen. And that's kind of like how the world is now. If you don't have a video of it, you don't have a couple of pictures, did it really happen? And I know that enjoying the moment at the time was probably the right move. But I do wish I had more of that story to tell, because a lot of people don't believe just what's in your head. They want to see the pictures, they want to see the digital proof. And honestly, our stories, they start to fade in our mind. They either start to fade or they get a whole lot of shine and they get bigger than they really were. But the true representation, that thing that was a digital capture, a film capture, it could have been analog, I don't know. We don't really have all of those things. And that's not to say having all of that stuff right in your pocket is good, because you can't escape from any of the things that you do now. You can't escape from the bad decisions. You can't just step back and take a deep breath and say, you know what? Maybe the world doesn't need to see that. But all that being said, I still wish I had more of those things. More of that actual proof of some of the things that I've done. And knowing that now, that's one of the reasons why chronicling the things that I do, the trips that I take, the mindset that I have, just talking to the camera has opened up a whole new world for me. And fortunately enough, what I'm saying, the way I say it, is resonating with the audience out there. And that resonance comes from the lived experience that I had. I just wish I had more of a digital footprint to show you. Smells good. But there is something else that I've noticed as I've been creating this content. There's a little bit of a disconnect from what people on the other side of the camera, the people consuming, want, as opposed to what the people on this side of the camera, the people who are producing, produce for. And not saying I'm only on one side of the camera, because I'm also a consumer also. And of course that's the way it is. But that disconnect from what a person who's watching a video wants. They want to ultimately be entertained. Even if what they want is education and information, they still want it in a way in which it's entertaining. And the people who get into producing content, especially before they realize that part about chronicling the journey, we get into it for, honestly, selfish reasons. And I'm not ashamed to admit that. We get in it to show something, to produce something, to prove something. It's a little bit of a ego boost, because nobody who sits here in front of the camera talking to a lens thinking that what they say is going to resonate with someone on the other side to the point in which they're going to sit and give their time and watch it, that is a little bit of an ego thing there. And to take that out and to say it's not, that would be me not being honest. And I'm trying to be as honest as I can on this channel. So we do tend to come at it from that point. And there's almost always, let's be honest, a bit of a financial component if you're doing it to a level in which you're actually doing it. You're producing, you're editing, you're doing it on a schedule. We all want to get to that point in which there is some monetary give back. And that kind of goes against what the people on the other side are wanting from it. But if you get good, and hopefully you do, those paths start to, they don't necessarily combine. You don't want them to intersect. You want them to roll parallel. You want the people on the other side of the camera to get what they want. You want to be entertaining because you want to entertain them. You want to be entertaining because you want to be entertained by what you do. I want to enjoy this, and the better I get at it, the quicker I'm able to formulate ideas and tell my stories. That is an enjoyable process because it is a creative thing. So you start to see the joy that I have on this side of the camera, and hopefully it shows through to the people watching. So we can have slightly different reasons for doing it, but once you start to do it well, they start to come in tandem. And I know that I need to be entertaining. I need to have a bit of education given in my content, because if I don't, the people on the other side won't stay. And if they don't stay, those fundamental core things that I started it for, those things that are slightly selfish, they'll never actually get to where I want them to get to. I won't have that little bit of an ego boost from doing a good job. I won't have that monetary gain from having people subscribe and people enjoy the content. So in order to get what I want, I need to be able to give the people what they want. And that ultimately is a fair exchange. It takes it out of the realm of just being selfish. If you start to realize you need to improve, you need to grow your content, you need to learn how to actually communicate effectively through this lens and reach somebody on the other side. So we start for all the reasons we start for. We start for those selfish reasons, those monetary reasons. Then we realize what we're doing is we're chronicling a journey. We end up enjoying it. We end up liking it. We end up becoming a better personality in front of the camera. And that makes us more entertaining. And by doing that, this gives the audience just as much as I extract from the audience. And that's a give and take type of situation. And I'm almost always gonna be happy and proud if I can get an exchange that gives me something, but it also gives something back. So that's something that I've figured out and I'm starting to learn and I'm starting to work on by honing my craft in this process, by just getting better. There's a bee in here. Might be a wasp. I know I have a nest in this roof somewhere. No, that's a honeybee. Let me open the door, maybe he'll fly out. And knowing that the only way I get what I want is by giving the audience what they want, knowing that is something that drives me. I can't speak for anybody else that makes content, but for me, I want to do anything that I do at a certain level. I don't need to be the best. I'm almost never gonna be the worst, but I need to have a certain level of proficiency in anything and everything that I do for me to ultimately enjoy it. And if I enjoy it, you make content that other people enjoy. And the easiest way to do that is just to get better at the craft. And that's what I'm trying to do. I'm going as far as I just signed up for a local improv class. It's an 8-week class. It's going to take me out of my comfort zone. But the quicker I'm able to formulate these thoughts, these opinions, bounce things off, take this, that tangent, be able to weave that bee into the story. I feel like I'm already pretty good, but by learning, it's only gonna make me make better content. And doing that, I'm going to pad my ego because I'm going to produce something that you wanna see. That's gonna get me more views, more subscribers. That's also gonna pad my bank account. That's gonna put some money in my pocket. That's gonna help me buy that house in the mountains in Stowe. So knowing that I need to improve in order to make something that somebody wants to watch is the work that I'm willing to do, the work I'm willing to put in. That's this. You put in the effort, you figure out how to work it, you figure out how to make it better, you get the right tools. And it's not all about the tools, it's definitely about the person yielding the tools or wielding the tools. But if you want to improve, you will. And I want to make better content for me and for you. So that's what I'm doing. Hopefully where I'm at now is a place that's decent enough that I provide enough insight, information, and enjoyment and entertainment that people are watching. But I plan on getting better. I plan on putting in the work, putting in the effort, and becoming a better content creator. If I'm putting in the effort, I'm hopefully reaping the rewards. And that reward is a happy viewer. I'm Blair, and this is the Dirtbag Association, where our wax is old, our knees are older, but the stoke doesn't melt. See you on the mountain. That's strong.
I don't ask for too much.